All right. I know this is not the first time I've watched this trailer. Obviously, it's been some time now since it came out. But the fact of the matter is, I don't know if I have a solid opinion on it yet, and I feel like a lot of people don't. And I think the main reason for it is because it's very much, uh, I mean, quite true to the source material. Superman, as far as I'm concerned, even back in the animated series, he wasn't a very interesting character. Not as much as Batman, for instance. But then again, that's the reason why Man of Steel came along, and people had their qualms about that. Okay, the first time I saw this, for some reason it looked so fake, but looking at it now, I think the style's starting to grow on me a little bit. Okay, now I know. Okay, I'm gonna just be straight up. I don't really like the Lois Lane they casted, mostly because she seems a little too old for the role. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe I'm gonna regret saying this at all once the movie comes out. But I don't know. I'm guessing My Adventure with Superman, that show really put a perspective of what kind of a Clark is an entry level journalist, meaning he's pretty young. It would only make sense for Lois Lane to also be young, unless you're into old relationships or never mind. Superman's dad looks so out of place for some reason. I know he's supposed to be an average farmer, and I know the average farmer probably looks like that, but oh my goodness, I was not expecting that.
Krypton.
That is the thing that I'm most split on. Why crypto, bro? Like, you gotta love crypto. You gotta love dogs, but come on, it's an introduction to Superman. We should at least focus on Superman a little bit more, I think. Also, the way he jumps around here is kind of weird.
Home.
I mean, he is a super dog, but still, I don't know.
Take me home.
This CGI looks, I don't know. Maybe it's just a style. I actually don't mind the casting for Lex Luthor. It kind of makes a lot of sense.
Superman, Superman.
I know Superman is hope, and I know what he's supposed to represent, what he's supposed to be, but uh, growing up, Superman was never my favorite superhero per se. He was always cool because of how powerful he was, but Yeah, I guess he's always been corny. At least the way he saves people and stuff. Okay, at this point, I guess I'm not even gonna justify it. The CGI just looks kind of bad in this movie. I might be wrong. It might just be my screen, but so far it doesn't look as good as trying to think of a good example. Like the first Iron Man movie is like the perfect example of good CGI, but like I want to say Man of Steel, but I haven't watched the movie in a long time, so who knows? So obviously, more CGI that looks kind of bad. This right here, this gave me James Gunn vibes, and the moment I saw this, I realized James Gunn is making this movie. So taking all of my worries aside, I think the movie's gonna be good, just because of who's directing it. But that's just, you know, I think James Gunn has deserved at least some slack. And that's it. Honestly, looking at the movie, I want to say that if it wasn't James Gunn to making it, I would have very pessimistic views of what it might come out to be. So, I mean, not exactly a groundbreaking take, but you know, it is what it is. I'm just trying to be reasonable with myself.